Hello guys, 9JK here, giving insight to the Korean culture. So if you are new on my channel, I post Korean related content from K-pop dance covers to language tutorials to interesting facts about Korea and Nigeria. If you know you've been interested in any of this kind of content, please be sure to click on the subscribe button below and let's get into today's video. So for today's video, I'm going to be talking about why I love Korean culture and what exactly attracted me to the language or the culture. Now, I know I have a lot of people that will be asking me, Amanda, why do you carry this matter on your head? Why are you doing this? Why do you do that? Why do you do that? Today, I'm going to answer you guys so that you will stop asking me these questions, I beg. So, I have a lot of things that actually drew me to Korean culture. And like I said in one of my previous videos, I got introduced to the Korean culture by watching their movies, and I love having a good watch. Like when I watch a movie and it makes sense, like those of you who have watched Korean films, you know what I'm talking about. If you watch film like Man Called God, Boys Over Flowers, Parasite, Penthouse, and let me just stop there. You understand what I'm talking about. So when I watch a particular movie, be it Chinese, be it, I don't care the language it is, and it's actually interesting, it makes me want to watch more. And one thing I actually did at that time, if I watch a movie and I like the actor inside that movie, I go and find out the list of all the movies he has acted inside, and I want to binge watch it so that when anybody is talking about that movie, I can raise up my hand and say I've watched it. And then another thing that actually drew me to the culture was the language. I actually started learning the language because I just liked the way it sounded in the movies, and I wanted to. There's some, Nigeria here is a little bit hard to find some episodes when you download them or when you buy the CDs. They actually come without subtitles. So I wanted to understand the culture more, and I wanted to be able to, when I see a Korean person, let me be able to at least hold a conversation for even if it's just 2 minutes, like maybe say hello, how you doing, my name is this and that. That's why I started learning the Korean culture. And glory be to God, there was a place to learn Korean language in Abuja here at the Korean Cultural Center. So I started learning the language, and that just, you exposed me wider to different opportunities. Now, another thing again I like about Korean culture or the entertainment industry is the music. Now, especially like the music or the OSTs, the soundtracks that they use in their movies, they are very, very good. My God, like if you actually sit down and pay attention to the lyrics of those songs, you actually know, like, get the lyrics of the song, get the translation, you actually know that they have great meaning. They mean a lot. It's not like some movies that they will just be singing No Way of the Jungle. The song does not even rhyme with anything, but these songs are actually good, and they are very, very good. Like, if you check on my phone, you'll find out that I have some songs, like when I'm playing music at work, I have French songs, Korean songs, English songs, Yoruba songs, Igbo. Like, people be asking me which language is this, and I'm actually happy about that question because it gives me the opportunity to be able to answer you. I'm telling you that, okay, this Korean language, this French language. Be like, okay, Korean language, okay, how do you know about this one? It makes me to open my mouth and I start telling them everything, because I like to download information. So now, after the music, another thing is that I discovered that when you start learning the language or when you start learning something that people are not learning, actually makes you stand out among people. Now, why do I say this? Like, for example, at that time when I started learning Korean language, not many people in Nigeria were actually learning the language. So when I hear people say, like, maybe people will say, I've watched this Korean film, I've watched this Korean film, they want to start, bantering about which film and which film. I'm like, I watched the film, I can also speak the language. Be like, you speak the language, oh yeah, tell us how to say this in Korean, how do you say this in Korean? I'm happy to actually tell you, understand that I can speak Korean to an extent. I'm happy to tell you that this is how you say this and this is how you say that, and it makes you stand out. Like when people are talking about you, this girl can speak Korean, this girl can speak French, this girl can speak this, she can speak that. I'm happy about that. And also, everybody knows this, when you start learning something new, it opens a wide range of opportunities for you. Now, for people that are applying for scholarships, most people tend to apply to, English-speaking countries and stuff like that. But one thing you don't know is that Korean scholarship is very, very good. Like, for students, it's very conducive. You get your feeding allowance, health insurance, different things. It actually, like, the cost of living in Korea is actually very affordable. So Korean scholarship is one good thing that you can get from learning about Korean culture. And another thing is that once you learn the language or you are learning the language, the process of learning the language actually gives you a head start for, like, when you're applying for the scholarship. So if maybe you are 4 now, you are applying for a Korean scholarship and you can speak Korean language, it actually gives you like a bigger chance of getting that scholarship. And then another thing is that because I'm so invested in Korean culture and stuff like that, I'm able to be a honorary reporter, be a K influencer, K friends and so on. Like there's nothing about Korean culture that if I see it, like I won't know, and if I'm able to participate, I participate in. And you know, I don't know where this will take me. What plans the thing we have for my future. Maybe one day people will just wake up and just see me in Korea. I've already packed my bag and baggages, and I've gone to Korea and I'm living there. Well, that is the dream. But you know, things can just change. Anything can change. You know, so nothing is a waste. If you want to learn something, just learn it. Nothing is a waste. So everything I do in this my life, I try to put my best into it, and that is what I'm doing, or that is exactly what I'm doing. So due to the fact that, or because I am a K influencer, I'm able to, you know, make these videos and show people different aspects of Korean culture that I love or that I fell in love with, and I hope you too will be able to fall in love with it, as long as you know you are gaining interest or you're having interest in the culture. So this is the end of the video, guys. I hope all of you that, you know, want to know why I carry this matter on my head, or why I'm interested, or why I'm so invested in this culture, I'll be able to answer your questions. And if you've been watching till now and you've not clicked the like button, I don't know what you're waiting for. Biko, click the like button. It's not hard. Just click it, and then subscribe. You're looking at me. Subscribe now, Biko. Subscribe. Thank you. So click, share, subscribe, share it to your friends, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.